Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Side Draft Fast Picks. This week we're going to be talking about two different tracks. First off, Michigan, the Truck Series and the Cup Series will be racing there. And then the Xfinity Series, they'll be doing a little bit different racing. They'll be doing some road course racing in Mid-Ohio. So they're on that road course streak, I think they go 3 weeks in a row. So
yeah, get some practice going left and right. So
after that awesome battle at Watkins Glen, for our picks last week, I picked Kyle Busch, who was looking like he was going to get the win, but something just broke in the car and he went spinning.
Yeah, it just broke the tie rod in the front left and pretty much ended his day. And then I picked AJ Allmendinger, which he was looking pretty good. I mean, towards the end, and Austin Cindric passed him, and he gets passed in the race, and then AJ he just don't even pass Tech.
Yeah. So first off, he couldn't pass Austin Cindric for the win, and then all of a sudden can't pass Tech. So just unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I don't know if they failed him because of damage with him and Ryan Blaney got into in the race. I mean, they need to clear some of that up. Is it due to race damage, or is it just because it don't fit the template?
Yeah, so that's something that needs to be worked on if that is the case. But if not, that's something we'll never know. But if not, then we just won't know. But
you hate somebody get into you in a race, and then that just you win the race, and they take it away just because you got some fender damage or something.
Imagine how crazy it would have been if AJ would have beat Austin Cindric, then you get handed your first win because the winner failed Tech.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That'd be probably not your favorite way to get your first win, but thankfully for Austin Cindric, he was able to race his way and earn it, and unfortunately couldn't do a burnout. Broke something in the car before he got to do that.
Yeah.
But a very ecstatic win for him with road courses coming up. He's going to be on a tear probably.
Yeah, right now he's got some confidence going into Mid-Ohio, and he's always runs good at the road courses. Really enjoy the win here. He deserves it. Ran a good race. Good for Penske, and he's got the very first win for Penske for the year. So it's looking up for him, and let's see, he's getting a little more confident, and maybe more wins to come.
Yes, we didn't get a good finish in the Xfinity Series, although you technically finished second. But with the disqualification, you finished last, and of course Kyle Busch. My pick was spun out of the race with that mechanical failure, but we had a little bit more better luck in the Cup Series with you picking Chase Elliott as the winner, and I picked Martin Truex Jr., and we finished 1-2. So
yeah, it's first time ever in the Cup Series.
Yeah, I believe so. We've done it a couple times in the Truck Series, maybe once in the Xfinity, but definitely a first in the Cup. Was able to finally, that's the closest we could get to a perfect score.
Yeah. And I want to apologize to all the Kyle Busch fans out there. I was just joking around last week. I didn't mean because Kyle Busch was spinning all weekend.
Yeah, he made that little joke last week that he was going to spin, and he spun a bunch of times.
I didn't know it'd be so powerful. I mean, I guess a couple of drivers out there got the memo from me. So,
well, that means William Byron watches our show and Bubba Wallace watches our show. So that's pretty cool. Thanks for helping us out there.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Busch did have the best car in both races, and didn't finish too hot in either one. So I think it's just the way he races. He gets put in the back, and then a little too aggressive at times, and I think that's the reason why we had that he had the mechanical failure.
I believe in the Cup Series, he probably passed the most cars.
Probably did, but if he would have drove a little bit more patient race, I think he would have probably put it on 30 seconds on Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
About 10 seconds on Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. But luckily for us and our picks for the Cup race, he had those issues.
Yeah, because he wasn't making enough friends back there in the back.
No, he definitely wasn't. So that raises the question: Will this continue? We saw several conflicts during the Cup race, and then we had one during the Xfinity, but we know the Xfinity one won't continue because Ross Chastain will be in Michigan and Justin Allgaier will be in Mid-Ohio. So that feud may continue in the next couple of weeks.
Possibility.
But as for the rest of them, they could definitely happen. With the Cup Series, of course, the first one that went on was William Byron and Kyle Busch, which really shouldn't have been on at all, I don't think.
Yeah, that's probably one of the. I know they're telling. Well, it wasn't William Byron's fault because Kyle Busch spun out. It was Kyle Busch's spun out because of him. But then Kyle Busch spins William Byron out going to the bus stop, and then William Byron's crew chief says, "You better wreck him," and then he goes after him, and they got the biggest brake check of all year.
Yeah. Which, I don't know if Kyle Busch did that on purpose. I don't think he really... I don't know. He might have meant to.
His spotter might have said, the 24 is coming up pretty fast. Okay.
Yeah. So, it was definitely a weird crash both times that they... Or all three times that they crashed. And, yeah, that was just a weird one. I don't really know if it will continue. It might. But I'm pretty sure William Byron's not going to be too happy with Kyle Busch, and he's not going to give him too many breaks out there in Michigan.
No.
And then,
William Byron, he's pretty. He don't let that go by. He runs a smart race, and then not want to really retaliate and just try to race hard.
Yeah, I think that was just because Chad Knaus was pressuring him. He maybe thought that he had to, and he just did something out of like, oh, there's Kyle Busch, let me just go run into him.
Yeah.
But we'll see if that continues. I don't think it will, but it possibly could if Kyle Busch needs a break from him, or if William Byron needs a break from Kyle Busch. It could go either way. But then we have Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Blaney. That one is one we don't have too many camera angles of, or none of the other ones we really have too many camera angles. They happened in the carousel. So all we know of the Ryan Blaney Jimmy Johnson incident was Blaney in some way, shape, or form bumped Jimmy, because all we have is Jimmy spinning. So we don't know if Blaney caused that by like intentions, just trying to move him out of the way, or if Jimmy was just going extremely too slow.
It's probably a little bit of both. I mean, I don't think Ryan Blaney's going to run over anybody or intentionally wreck anybody. He's a pretty clean racer. I mean, he's like a nice guy out there. He unless you wreck him, he ain't gonna wreck you. So I don't think it's intentional. If it's intentional, he'd probably say so. But everybody's split. Everybody wants to be on Jimmy's side. Some people want to be on Ryan's side. But
yeah,
I have to have more footage of coming in before the carousel to really see what led up to that. I believe Ryan Blaney was really fast through that corner, and Jimmy was real slow. So
yeah, I don't know if Jimmy, if he was a little bit took that corner a little bit wider than Blaney, and he might have tried to block, last second block, and then that could have sent him off, or Blaney could have just had no intentions of passing him there and misjudged it and spun him out. So that's something I don't know. Really, I think most of the people who have an opinion on that is either a Ryan Blaney or Jimmy Johnson fan. So I don't really know, because we don't have all the footage or any of that. So that one's going to be one I think will not continue. It would be kind of stupid if it continued.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy's day was not over. It's pretty much over, but he was still able to finish 19th.
I believe they're both pretty smart racers, and this is coming a different week, a different day. It's pretty much over. I mean, if they talked it out, sort of. I don't think it's going to continue any. But like always, you get into it with somebody, you usually end up in the next couple of races. That's where you end up next to each other.
Yeah, and the one I think is going to continue is the Bubba Wallace and Kyle Busch crash, I guess you could say. According to Bubba, we had a crash with him. We know he spun,
Yeah.
but we didn't know why. It's just another one of those. It happened. We don't know what happened, but something happened.
Yeah.
And then at the time, we didn't even know that Kyle Busch was involved in this spin. We just thought Bubba Wallace maybe blew a tire or went in the corner the wrong way and spun it out. And that's the only thing we knew was he spun. And then around 10 or 15 laps later, Kyle Busch was right there with Bubba. Then was like, why is
he blocking and running down the track?
And then all of a sudden Kyle spins, and at the same time that was when the Jimmy Johnson Ryan Blaney thing was happening. So we had two fights on the racetrack almost at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Bubba's like, I'm here. I ain't letting you intimidate me. I'm just, I ain't happy with you. So, maybe getting a lot of fans at that time. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that was the only reason he did it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that one may continue if, let's say, Bubba Wallace is either running really well and Kyle Busch isn't running really well, and Kyle might take that frustration out on Bubba. And then also if Kyle's running super well and lapping the field, Bubba could block him some and take away all that momentum, and Kyle might retaliate, and then Bubba might come back out there and retaliate more. So
yeah, it could mess him up sometime when he's leading the race. So we never can tell.
I mean, it may not happen at Michigan, but eventually I think it's going to rear its ugly head again.
Yeah.
And for Kyle, he's securely in the playoffs, so I don't think it would be smart to keep going now.
Yeah.
I would wait a couple weeks if I was Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba, wait till playoffs. Okay.
I mean, not saying that to be a Bush hater or anything, but this is the only feud that happened that one side really has nothing to lose at all.
Yeah.
So I think that one may continue.
Yeah.
William Byron and Kyle Busch. Byron, he's trying to make the playoffs. I don't think he's going to wreck his car just to get some revenge.
Yeah. And we just like to make fun and just have fun here on the side draft and just try to stir up the pot sometimes.
Yeah,
but
so the same thing with the Ryan Blaney Jimmy Johnson incident. They're still both trying to get into the playoffs. None of them secured. I don't think they're going to mess with each other, but they could. There's still a possibility there. But
yeah, because Jimmy, he's just right there on the borderline, and Blaney, he's got a little cushion. So Jimmy Johnson got a lot more to lose than Blaney does.
Yeah, so we could possibly see that come back, maybe in the playoffs, if one of them has a secured win and they go, remember a few months ago when this happened, bringing it back up, So something like that may happen, but I don't think any of these will really be that big of a deal in the next coming weeks. But there's still a possibility, and I wanted to mention all those because that could affect our picks for Michigan.
Possibility.
All right, so that went a little longer than expected, but we just wanted to make sure we covered those crashes and spins a little bit more than we did in the race review.
Oh yeah.
So let us know down below, what's your side on all three of the spins, or even the Xfinity one as well. So
yeah.
just let us know some of your thoughts. But anyways, it is now time to talk about Michigan and Mid-Ohio. So first up, we go to the Truck Series, which will be raced on Saturday as well as the Xfinity.
Yeah. I believe, this is their last race before the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm going to go with Ben Rhodes. I mean, he's like 63 points out of the playoffs, and he's a must-win. I believe it's the last race in the Javelin truck, and I really like the way that truck looks. And I believe he's going to get it done.
As for me, I'm going with last week's winner, Stuart Friesen. Last year at Michigan, who was in position to win the race, had some sort of pit penalty and got put in the back. But he has a fast truck at fast tracks like this, and I think he's going to get it in victory lane 2 times in a row.
Yeah, because now he actually comes from that win. He got that confidence, and it's a good pick.
Yeah, now he's got that mentality of I've won one of these things and I can do it again. And before it's he's probably had it in his mind, how am I going to lose this race like I lost all the others? So now he's got that winning mentality. He can go to Michigan and just start a good momentum before the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then now we go to the Xfinity Series, a little bit different track, like we said, Mid-Ohio.
Mid-Ohio, another road course, and two. I'll go and pick the last week's winner too. I was debating between Austin Cindric and Justin Allgaier. I was like, man, they're both pretty good here, but I believe with the momentum and the confidence that Austin Cindric got, well, I just go with him.
As for me, I'm going with a new name that we haven't really ever talked about in the Fast Picks episode, even last year, I don't think. Yeah. So, going with Regan Smith.
Regan Smith.
So, he's driving the 8 for Junior Motorsports this week. He's won at Mid-Ohio, I believe, in the 5 car. So, he has history here. And I think if he still has that racing mentality, he's just going to do just fine and get a win.
We'll see if the Fox reporter can get it done.
Yeah. Yes, that'll be a big win for the reporters.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool though. You can do anything in the sport.
Oh yeah.
You can be the broadcaster. You can be a pit reporter. You can do anything. Come down to win the race.
Yeah. He seemed like he'd be a good pick to run there. So it's good to see him back in the 8 car.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go way back to Michigan. We're zigzagging here, going to different racetracks. So the Cup Series, they're adding PJ1 to the very, 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 very upper groove.
The Kyle Larson lane.
Yeah, it may be so high that I don't think Kyle Larson will even do it, and so that's a little scary to think about. I thought it would have been a little lower than it was, but we'll see how that works.
Won't it be real tacky up there, or going to be real slick?
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's gonna most likely not go up there because it's safer on the bottom. But if somebody tries to go up there and it works, everyone's gonna go up there. We might see sort of like a Daytona train up there, possibly, or maybe a train on the bottom line. So, or we could see them spread out all throughout the field. So, there's a couple different scenarios that could happen.
Yeah, because a couple of these tracks I go to, and they put the PJ1 out, and it's really temperamental. Sometimes it's real slick, sometimes it's got grip, and I don't know. Let's see who ventures up there first.
We're going to go ahead and guess it's Kyle Larson.
Okay.
All right, so who do you think will be in victory lane in Michigan?
Well, I want to continue my Penske teammate. I go with Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, I didn't know you drove for Team Penske.
Yeah, well, I went for Austin Cindric.
Okay. I was going to say, I didn't see you on the entry list anywhere, so.
Well, my picks is going together.
Why didn't you pick yourself? Are you not that confident in yourself?
Not that confident yet.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm going with your teammate as well.
Okay.
He's sitting right here. So Joey, tell us about your car this weekend. He's kind of shy.
Yeah.
So. Anyways, his last time we went here's winner. I think him and Kevin Harvick's going to be battling out just like they did last time. But I still think Joe Logano's going to have the upper hand.
Yeah, and I just noticed I picked all Fords.
Yeah, so I picked a Chevy, Ford. I was going to go for all Chevys, but I just had to pick a Ford for Michigan.
Yep.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed it. It's going to be insane at Michigan and Mid-Ohio. We'll see if Regan Smith can come back and get the win, We'll see if Joey Logano can go back to back, and we'll see if you can get your first Cup win.
Yeah, I see.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you for race reviews throughout the weekend.